Hello, I'm here with my husband to do a little interview with him about his new book that comes out today, available on Amazon and in bookstores, called Eyes Wide Open. So I think the first question I wanted to ask you, which I think is most important, what everybody is wondering is, how great is it to be married to me?
Well, it's really great. It's amazing. In fact, it's the joy of my life.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
I'm sure it is.
Actually, I used a great illustration this Easter and kind of threw Lori under the bus. So I'm still digging out from that. But you knew it was coming.
Kind of. Anyway. Okay, so we wanted to talk about Eyes Wide Open, just to kind of give everybody that hasn't gotten the book or hasn't read it just an idea of kind of what it's about. And I know that I've heard you say that it's really kind of, you feel like the most important book that you've written. So kind of tell everybody why you think that.
Well, Eyes Wide Open is my life message. And I think the book really describes what I believe is the most transforming aspect of the Christian faith, which is when you surrender your view of yourself and really embrace God's view of you and His perspective of you and all that God accomplished for us in the person of Christ. And when you believe that, when you embrace it, it flips your whole life upside down. And so for me, I was a Christian for a long time and didn't really get it. And I encounter Christians all the time that I don't think fully understand and embrace how God sees them. And so this is my response to that.
Yeah, and I think it's something that maybe we can intellectually understand, but really to get it deep into our hearts and have a heart understanding of it's a separate issue. And that's what I felt like when I read it, is just to really get it to seep down into my heart, the intellectual things I knew in my head.
Yeah. I got an email yesterday from a lady, we're actually on Facebook, and she just said, how do I do this? I can believe that God forgives me at some level, but I'm not sure that I forgive myself. And I go to do all the stuff you're supposed to do, but she's like, it's still there. It never goes away. This gnawing, in my life, kind of in my soul. And so how do I do that? And it was pretty fun because I could say, well, I wrote a book on that topic. I'd love to send it to you. So.
That's nice. Okay, now one thing we've talked about is that you don't write books just to write books. It's certainly not the best money-making field there is. Yeah. So you really don't write them unless you feel called to it. So what do you hope to get out of writing this book as far as the impact, and what are you hearing from people about it? What's the response so far?
Yeah, I'd say there's enough books, right? There's no need for more books. There's more books than than we know what to do with. But I really did feel compelled to do this. And I think, my hope is that people will learn to look in the mirror, and instead of seeing all those things from their past or failures or all this sort of distorted self-image stuff that we see, we start to see ourselves as chosen and saints, as priests of God, and we begin to internalize that to impact our culture. And I just think people transform from the inside out, impacting their culture is the end result of the book. And I've already received more response, more email, more phone calls, more people telling me about it in the pre-release stage than anything I've ever written. So I know it's resonating with where a lot of people live, and I just hope I can help them see themselves as God sees them.
Okay, so I know I gave a whole bunch of them out on the blog, but if you don't have the book, then go over to Amazon, order it up, check your local bookstores, that kind of thing, and we hope you enjoy it. Hope that maybe God can use it in your life too. All right, see you guys later.